Frank, first of all, I know you'll be disappointed with the result, but what do you take from the performance tonight?
Some good, disappointed, yeah, for sure. And Real Madrid are always going to give you problems here, and you have to defend really well for the game. I thought in parts we did, and of course the moments that you don't, they score. And that's why the set piece goal was disappointing, because we saw the game out with 10 men pretty well. We worked hard, we changed the system, we changed players, we brought legs on. We have a chance, big chance later in the game that doesn't go in. So to concede from a set piece is disappointing. Can we get better? Yeah, I've been here a short time now, and I know there's talent in the squad. I know that there's a lot of talent. At this level, we do need everything, and the players' commitment is, for me, is unquestioned, without a doubt. Can we be a bit braver and a bit better with the ball and a bit more clinical and those things? Yeah, and they only come with work and hard work. That's the only thing I know. So that's what we'll get to, and the important thing for everyone connected, firstly me, is to understand that the tie's not done. And I've been involved in some special nights at the bridge with the fans under the lights. So we'll need to energise the fans as well, but they won't need us to. But you know what I mean, we need to do our part. And yeah, so when the dust settles on this game, the circumstances with 10 men could possibly make you think it could be worse at the end. This is a realist, so I thought the players did well there. And at 2-0, we go.
Before the sending off, it was quite open, wasn't it? And there were chances, and you could get at them at the back, it seemed.
Yeah, well, from the early parts of the game, I think you saw with the system that we played offensively, it's counter-attacks, and it's building the play and probably getting into wide areas where we've got our wing-backs. I think we did that enough. It was one of my frustrations of the game, that when we did do that, we looked dangerous. And I think with the players have to have more confidence in that. We can build up the pitch quicker, we can move the ball forward, we can get into wide areas, and they're things to really consider for next week.
What did you like about Enzo and Kante together in the middle tonight?
Yeah, well, I think they're both fantastic players. We all know N'Golo, to have him back in the game at this level is a big deal, but we also have to respect the fact it was a long time out, and you can't expect miracles from him every game, even though he's produced them for us more than enough times. And Enzo, I've been hugely impressed with since I've come in, because of quality and personality, without even speaking the language properly yet. So I think in terms of the future and the midfield, I think we're in good hands in that sense, and I think we competed today. Another week for N'Golo, he had to come off for legs, and another bit of experience in the bag for Enzo, and hopefully next week even that puts us in an even better position.
Finally, you mentioned the supporters. What do you say to them? They were fantastic tonight. Like you say, we're going to need them next week, and it should be hopefully another special night at the bridge.
Yeah, well, I want to thank them, because I know it too well. They travel here. They're quite far away, so unfortunately you don't stick them there, and you can hear them, of course. But thanks for travelling with us. We'll see you at the bridge next week. And I know they'll be behind us, so I appreciate that side of it, and they need to see a team that plays with belief and spirit. I'll do my utmost to bring that, and thanks to the fans for the reception I feel I've got from coming back. This is my club, everyone knows that, and I think everyone knows that I'll put in everything I can in this period to get improvement, whether it's next week, whether it's in the league games coming. My job's to work really closely with the players, and I'll do that. With
2-0, is it the challenge quite a big one now, or does the door still feel open for the second leg?
I think both. I think it's a big challenge, of course. Team of the quality of Real Madrid, but the door is open. It's up to us whether we want to kick it open further next week or not. That's my immediate thought. I think there's a mixed emotion about the game. I think for the period of 11 men, we were in the game and we had some chances, and I think we can do better. And I think I've been here a short time, and there are definitely things I think that we can utilise our strengths better, especially with the system of the wing backs. We can be more urgent in giving a problem with that. So those are things for myself and the staff and the players to work on, because I could see opportunity there tonight in ways that we didn't quite take. Spirit at the end of the game, great. 10 men here for half an hour, you understand that a lot of things could happen in that, and I don't think we gave them lots and lots of great chances. So I like that part of it, and we have to believe. I need to be the first one that believes that this is possible.
Gentlemen on the left. Good night, Mr. Lampard. You went with 5 at the back tonight. Was that designed and built to try to make it difficult for Vinicius, and what did you think about his performance?
Partly the reason. I think we have I had different things to consider. Vinicius 1v1 is a big problem for any team. And so we wanted to be able to create 2v1 on that side of the pitch. Obviously, didn't help getting a yellow card for Fofana so early. It makes you nervous about that. But he's a player that, he's very difficult to control. So that was part of the thinking. And with the back five, you want to not be a back five as much as you can. And we tried to enforce that, but sometimes Madrid will always take you to that. And then when we had the ball, we want to be a 3 and we want to use the width in the pitch. And as I sort of mentioned there, I think we could have done that a bit better. I think it was a weapon for us to use today. We could get the ball out of pressure and get it to the sides. I think we can do that more. But in terms of the system, the thinking was very clear on that, to deal with their threats, but also to give us an in-possession control of the game, which I think we could have got more of, if I'm honest.
Gary?
Frank, you've known many special, magical nights at Stamford Bridge. Carlo Ancelotti says at 2-0 the tie's not over. Do you, the players and the fans, need to believe there can be another special night?
Absolutely. If you don't believe in top-level sport, I don't think things will go your way. That's a percentage of the game, is a mindset and a belief. And the fans will come and support us. We're realists. We're 2-0 down against Real Madrid. That's fact now. That's done. But I've been involved, as you say, in games that change. We're in a different place now, and maybe that's a good thing because we're in a place where we want to prove some things wrong, to change the tone, to change the story. And, we went tonight with 10 men against Real Madrid. It's a difficult night for the lads. So I see that they're disappointed in the end, but I also saw that they gave everything in that final part of the game. But it'll be different next week. And, we're not favourites. We were not favourites yesterday, and we're not favourites today. That's football. And the possibilities are ours if we can take them.
Gentleman on the right.
Buenas noches.
Good evening. I would like to ask, what's the mindset you have for the second leg? And what can you say about Diogo Felix match? Thank you.
I think the game for Raheem and João Felix was a tough match. In the system we played defensively, they have to put a lot of work, and their main threat can sometimes be counter-attack or protecting the ball. And it was a difficult night, I think, for us at the top end of the pitch. But João is a big talent, and as does Raheem. So I'm not here to criticise or comment too much. We'll go away and analyse that side of it. In terms of the second game, we've got a long 90 minutes of football. So I think our approach has to be a balanced one. I don't think you can play without balance against Real Madrid with their attacking threats. But we also have to have an extra urgency in our game to have a feeling that we can, and an idea of how we can be more forceful with our game at Stamford Bridge. The fans will help, the atmosphere will help, but also our job in the meantime is to prepare the team as well as we can to turn the game. But we have 90 minutes, not the first 10 minutes, we have 90 minutes to try and turn it.
Frank, you've said you think there's a lack of belief, and that's perhaps why we might see the run without goals. I just wondered what practical, realistic things can you actually do over the next week to change that with players and the squad as a whole?
I get that question a lot, and my first feeling is work on the training pitch. But when I consider the work that we do, we work a lot in the last third, in terms of finishing and crosses and the idea of how we want to get in the box. So I think that's pretty clear. I don't think we can go much further than what we do with that. The last bit is sometimes confidence, and maybe that's an individual thing or a team confidence. So I think I'll probably come back to the work side of it there. And if you work and keep going, and something can change. Mason's chance at the end might go in, and this tie feels completely different. In the early parts of the game, we might get a goal, which gives the whole 90 minutes a different feel. So continue to work, speak to the players. No player doesn't want to score a goal, if you know what I mean. Players, they do want to. So sometimes they need support, confidence and push in a positive way. And not just before next week. It's my job to the end of the season because it's been happening. And I come into this. So my job is to try and address it as well as I can.
Okay, we've got time for two more. We'll go to gentleman there and then finish it.
Hola, Lampard, José Padilla.
José Padilla. In England, they're questioning a lot the second goal, the one from Asensio, because the defense was not defending, everyone's in the back. Do you believe it was a tactical issue or just that the team did not respond properly in the defense?
It was not a tactical issue. It was a not switching on issue, not being focused in the moment. If you watch back the goal, which I have, we're not ready like we should have been. We're one man down, but from a set piece, you still have to control the basics, and that's a disappointment because I don't think Real Madrid created a big number of chances in that period with 10 men. So a set piece, we shouldn't concede, for sure.
Frank, on your right, here, first row here.
Gotcha.
Yes, you mentioned that the second leg match in Stamford Bridge will be a challenge for the club. It will be a challenge also regarding your future in the club.
I don't know, because I don't think one game specifically is going to change my future. I'm here for a period of time to the end of the season. It's been pretty clear. And I took this job under that idea. And I understand it completely. So I think the things that happen in between, I'm not thinking, what might happen in May or in June. I'm thinking, what can I control now? So I don't see it that way. I'll get asked that question a lot in the next 6 weeks. Generally, in my mind, I'm here for this period. After that, we'll see.
Okay, we'll end it there. Thank you.